Alright, welcome to a new cast for StarCastTV. I'm WorldBlue, and joining me is my co-caster Shroom of Doom, and we are going to be casting today at TvZ. We are in Game 2 of this series, and right now we are facing off between Light and Action. So we have Action here in the top left as the Zerg player, and we have Light here in the bottom left as our pink Terran.
Yeah, looking forward to a great game between these top tier players. This map, Plasma, that they're playing on, kind of a weird map. It's an island map, but it's also not an island map. I mean, it's an island map because the the distances and the path to your opponent's base is blocked by a lot of eggs, so you have to kill off all the eggs, right, before you actually reach your opponent's base. So I don't think we're going to be seeing any kind of rushes or anything like that, right, due to that. If anything, this map, from what I've seen, it lends itself to kind of more exotic play, so to speak. So I, yeah, I do think like maybe drops from the Zerg or like Starport Wraith play from the Terran. It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, we see these eggs already, the Overlord scouting them out, and these eggs are going to prevent any units from, crossing through this area. So, knowing that both these players can actually kind of macro up and take an expansion here really fast, most likely, as we see the Zerg is doing so, and um, most likely the Zerg will replace the hatchery here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12 hatch coming down from the Zerg. Let's see if Action will go for a third hatchery before spawning pool. I mean, he has done that before in another series. He did do that against Light, and it did pay off for him. So let's see if he will do it. And I think he is. Look at that. Look at that drone. It's not a scouting drone because it's not heading. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's heading to the third. So definitely Action. Greedy Zerg, man. Greedy Zerg. Triple 3 hatch before spawning pool again.
yeah, and this time even taking a third expansion with that third hatchery, so even greedier, maybe more defendable too, considering this map. But I don't know. What do you think? How would they?
Oh,
How would they have played this? Like lifting two barracks or something and trying to land them on the opponent's side before spawning pool gets out? That would have been some crazy play that might have punished this. But that's really the only option for Terran, unless you want to do some kind of SCB rush.
right. Yeah, like stack your SCVs. Hey, isn't that a ban? Isn't that illegal?
Is it
Stacking the
illegal now?
SCVs.
Okay, yeah.
Stack drill. Uh, yeah, but yeah, if you go back over to Light's base, though, I mean, Light was greedy as well. You can see his barracks isn't even done yet, and his command center is almost done. So obviously he's going for some kind of like 15 CC build, right? So I mean, he's gone greedy too. But I can't help but feel that this still kind of favors the Zerg, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, as you were saying, the third hatchery is literally at the Zerg's third base. He's gonna have 3 gases right off. Actually, no, it's only 2 gases. Pardon me. Look at that. Look at that. That natural is actually a mineral only that
Yeah,
he took. So
the one he
so
took. But meanwhile, we see Light expanding to his natural basically, or taking that as the third location. So he's going to get the gas, which is very important for Terran. And yeah, he takes the gas right away and actually throws down a factory. So he's been mining gas from this one for some time. So most likely we're going to see some kind of either mech or wraiths even, because of this, as you were saying, these eggs here that kind of block any kind of ground units. So wraiths
yeah,
could be effective, and well, most likely mutalisks are what Zerg is going to go for.
yeah, Mutalisk or maybe I don't know, maybe some kind of like lurker play or like drops, right? SCV is killed off in action space, so now Light is in the dark, and he will not be able to see that Hydral stand, which is building up the third
Yeah,
action.
yeah, that was an interesting play here. He's going for the Hydralisk Den, so now no Spire at all. So this looks like lurkers or yeah, lurkers or Hydralisks.
it's going to be Lurker. I'm betting it's going to be Lurker, right? He's going to clear the eggs probably with the Lurkers and like just try to overwhelm Light. Light is going for triple Star Force. Triple Star Force. That's going to be a lot of rates, man. But let's see if he can get anything
Oh
done.
my goodness, yeah, triple starport. So this is almost like macro Wraith play, and here he is sending vultures through the middle of the map. He almost gets through, but picked off by the Zerg, yeah. And here he's sending another vulture, and so he actually tries to bug out this landing barracks and this vulture to get the vulture to kind of hop over these eggs, or skip through them, however you want to put it. But the Zergling is just awaiting him on the other side, instantly denying a second vulture. So those have been, high risk or low risk, high reward. If he gets the vulture through, he could potentially do, good damage, but losing 2 vultures there, not the end of the world for Terran, but still not what you want at all. You would want mines now and I don't know. Seeing these Hydralisks now, he's got these Wraiths out, and he's gonna try to harass the Zerg, who actually already upgraded Lurkers, but didn't get any of the other Hydralisk upgrades yet, so he's got to upgrade these Hydralisks and kind of play defense now against these Wraiths. And he's got one Hydralisk and another one popping out, but these Wraiths have picked off a number of drones here, I think 3 or 4 drones. Yeah.
Right. These Wraiths have to do a lot of damage, though. 3 starports is such a heavy investment, right? And yeah, he got a couple of drones, but I just don't feel it's enough. But crucially, Light does see what Action's trying to do, and Action is gonna pop these eggs and make some kind of attack. And if you go back to Light space, he's got nothing, right? Siege tank on the way, siege mode half done. He's got maybe 1 bunker, but
critically, he doesn't have anything that gets detection. Okay, here's a missile turret coming up at the choke point here, and he's got the barracks kind of trying to buy time, but he only has 2 Marines right now and 1 siege tank. So this is gonna have to be some great SimCity. There's actually a lot of Hydralisks coming down here now too, and there's only 7 Wraiths out. So the Wraiths can deal with these Lurkers if he gets his scan off, but the Hydralisks are going to chase away these Wraiths easily, and what does he have to run back to? Nothing. Still, the eggs are being taken out one by one, and here comes the Hydralisk flood. Oh, he's pulling back a little bit.
Light is in a world of trouble right now. He's trying to build some kind of wall with his engineering bay.
And rebuilding the barracks. And the engineering bay, if it lands, he can maybe wall this off. Oh, and the Hydralisk just went right by that Raxin, or the turret, and the supply depot.
Not tight. Yeah. Maybe if that wall was tight, right? The back to get something done, but now it's Wraith versus Hydra.
Yeah, this Wraith versus Hydra is not what you want. You do not want to be fighting Hydralisk with Wraith ever. And so he's losing a lot here. Yeah, and now the Lurker's in there, and GG is called by the Terran player here. So that's it. Light calls it there against Action. Kind of a nice Hydralisk timing, I guess, knowing that map. And I will switch us into the next replay, and we can watch game number 3 between these players. Okay, so here we are in the next game. It's going to be on Eclipse. And again, we're watching Light in Action. So we have Action spawning on the top right as the white Zerg. And we have Action over here in the bottom left as the yellow Terran.
You mean Light, right? Light at the bottom left?
Oh, did I say something else? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. I thought you said Action. Maybe it's just me. In a long day,
I'm seeing
man.
double. Yeah, 2 actions.
Action versus himself.
Action
his right
versus
hand
Action.
versus his left hand.
Who'd win that one, yeah.
Alright. Let's see. TvZ on this map, Eclipse. No, Eclipse is one of those like kind of like funny maps, man. You know, it's got those two gases in the top left, right? But on the bottom right, it's not mirrored. It's got two bases, each with one gas, right?
Yeah, Eclipse is a very interesting map. Like you said, it's not like quite symmetrical. It kind of is, but it's like split through diagonally almost.
Yeah, it's just.
But those two gas, definitely, that's a critical expansion. Whoever gets over there, a lot of time it actually can be the Terran if he just expands up on the top, on the left, all the way up to the top. I could see him taking that in the later game. We know Zerg will like to rush for it though, so Zerg may try to stretch the map that way and take a quick base over there and get a bunch of gas as quickly as they can, which we know that's a very valid strategy from Zerg, just rushing for as much gas as you can get, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I know Zerg would definitely love to get those two gases, and you know, Action may choose to get that, but I kind of feel it's really hard to take that because that base is so open. Zergs, they usually like a base which is only accessible by like one ramp or something, right? One location, so you can put some like lurkers on, you know, on the top of the ramp or, you know, behind the opening, right? Because otherwise the Terran can just flank and like break into your third, and it's really hard for Zerg to hold that. But yeah, let's see how this game will unfold. Ooh, look at that SCV on drone violence at the at the natural.
The SCV does make its way in, and it's gonna see this is actually a quick spawning pool relatively to what we've seen here from Action going for the 3-hatch before pool in the last game.
Yeah, I mean it was just 12 hatch I think coming out from Action, so not too crazy. Yeah, but for sure, I mean last game we already went like 3 hatcheries before pool. Yeah, this build coming out from Action is definitely a little bit more safe, right? And definitely not that economical. Layer coming down, so it does look like it's going to be some kind of 2-hatch play coming out of Action. Back on the Terran's side, we do see a little bit of a SimCity coming out from Terran out the front, supply and barracks, right? Obviously this is to stop any kind of link flood, channeling those links through a small choke, right? We don't see gas going down. We see second barracks going down, so this will definitely be bio, right? It won't be some kind of like 1-1-1 play. Although I do believe if it was going to be 1-1-1 play, he would have gotten that gas a long time ago, right? So
yeah.
Zergling's out on the field chasing that SCV. High IQ coming out from light.
Sending in the second SCV, yeah.
Exactly.
Cycling them through, right? So that was some
yeah.
good play from our Terran player. He's going to get another scout off and see this lair is almost finished now. And there is no Hydralisk Den in sight right now. So the last 2 games he's gone for the Hydralisk Den. It looks like this game there will be most likely a Spire coming out here from Zerg. We'll just have to see if Terran's able to scout it, and he does see the Spire, and then he just heads in the other direction. So maybe he's trying to get out now, because he did see the Spire timing. Oh, and he gets picked off actually by those Zerglings, but he has bought himself some time, so he does not build a bunker because he's able to keep his scouting SCV alive. And actually, what is this? There is a drone going over here to this base in the top left. And kind of what you were alluding to, he's going to try to take a hatchery here, most likely.
Action playing greedy. He's going for that double gas, but it's just so exposed. And look at that. Like bringing up an SCV, scouting it immediately. Oh, this does not look good for Action.
Yeah, I wonder if he just cancels it now. Like, he got scouted double now. The guy saw his Spire and now his hatchery here at this third location, which, as you mentioned, is very exposed. So, if he doesn't just kill him with Mutalisks, but, like, if this game goes longer than that, and Terran's able to make his way to either the Zerg side of the map or just this third location, Action could be in a lot of trouble trying to defend these both these places. And already we see Terran with medics crossing the map, trying to at least force out some Sunkens. Maybe the Mutalisks have already been made, but if he can get some Sunkens cancelled here, or Wow, he's just pushing right in there with Stim. He's trying to take out the drones and actually pick off an Overlord here.
This was a beautiful stim timing from Light. He was doing the classic stim timing. You can see 2 fire bats. Usually you want to leave those 2 fire bats back on the ramp, but I guess he saw there were no Zerglings, so he brought them with his army, and this is critical damage. If Light can take out this hatchery, Action is in the world of trouble. Action trying to like micro his mutalisks, but he doesn't have enough yet. He doesn't have those 6 mutalisks out that he really needs to pick off like those Marines. And
ooh, those fire bats trying to sneak their way into the main, and just they would annihilate those drones in there, but they are actually being forced back by the mutalisks, and the mutalisks are going to try to whittle down this Marine medic group. But I'm afraid it's a little too late here. After losing this Nat hatchery, like, what do you do as Zerg? How can you come back in this game? And the fire bats are now going over to the top left, and they know that there's an expansion over there, so they're going to try to take out that base, which has still 3 drones mining at it and no like sunken in sight. So I think okay, here come the mutalisks, and they're spreading out. They're looking for these fire bats. Fire bats kind of trying to split up. One of them might get there. He's making a spin for a drone. Oh, and he misses it. Well, he got 1 hit off.
Not enough to barbecue those drones, so no drones will be lost. But yeah, you know, you were saying like, what can a Zerg do to come back? I honestly don't know. I mean, this is such a huge blow for Action. You know, I mean, Action was really hoping to use those mutalisks. I mean, well, any Zerg is really hoping when you do some kind of a build like this to use those mutalisks to do some harass on the Terran base. You know, maybe get some SCV kills and such. But look at the mutalisks. They're all so bruised already, right? And he only has 7 with his main group. 8-1 coming down, but I just don't know what he can do, right? Light is so far ahead already.
Yeah, Light with really good stim timing, and now he's just kind of icing the game, not taking any damage from the mutalisks, and all he has to do is kind of keep the mutalisks out on the map, defending against his Marines. And then he knows he can just push as soon as this Zerg gets their Nat back and take out that base again, which he's not even mining from, you know, 2 bases, or he's mining from 2 bases right now, not the 3 he's supposed to be mining from. So Light is actually on even bases with the Zerg right now, which is a great position for Terran to be in.
Yeah, I mean, Terran has overwhelming tech advantage as well. You can see his starport is done. Once like he gets vessels and irradiate, the Zerg mutalisks harass will be over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's no hive in sight, so
I mean, what has he got
right?
to stop this Marine medic group right now? He's just gonna push across the map, and he's got to try to whittle it down with just mutalisks. You know, he's adding on more mutalisks, but I don't think that's enough to deal with this much Marine medic. Yeah, and they've got +1 on the attack, so this could end the game here. Actually, he's doing some pretty nice micro. He's down to 6 mutalisks though. And here come the Marines. They've already made it to the Zerg Nat, so they're going to take out all the drones here. Yeah, this is too much damage.
Action trying to do what he can, pick up those Marines, but not able to do it, and he calls GG.
Alright, well, thank you all for joining us for that game, and we hope to see you all in the next video. That's it for StarCastTV. I'm RoyalBlue, and my co-caster Shroom.